Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper coming at you for another video of Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully doing well and hopefully looking after yourselves. I want to talk about one of the probably the best epics that's been released by Plarium over the past coming years actually. And I've gone ahead and upgraded her. I don't really waste resources like this, even by making content in some sense, but I think this champion is a super solid champion and I wanted to bring some light to her where she's probably not being spoken about. Now, this is probably not the end game videos that you guys are normally used to. Normally, we're aimed at game accounts and stuff like that. I feel like this champion is so solid. I feel like she could even be used for a lot of end game accounts who are probably like free to play or low spend, struggling areas like maybe Siege, 3 versus 3 and maybe even Classic Arena going second, depending on people's accounts. So this is a bit of a subjective video that we're doing for today, but I wanted to do something different and something with a bit of a bang. And I don't see anyone talking about her in PvP. She's not really a PvP champion, but she has got some good factors about her kit, which makes her an option for PvP with a right team around her. We're talking about the epic that's just been released for this Manhattan event. I'm not going to try and pronounce her name all the way because me being dyslexic, I don't want to make an idiot of myself, but you know, it's one of them ones and I get a lot of stick for saying names wrong. But I guess I'm just going to call her Dawn Caller. Dawn Caller, I think that's the right name. I wanted to take her into like arena today and kind of just showcase her being pretty solid. So it's why use an arena? Well, she's a support base. Her stats are fairly okay. Speed could be better, but she's a void affinity, so you don't have to worry about like affinity in that sense. But I think with the right build, it can work. So her A1 is a fairly good heal on the A1 there. She has a increased defense and increased attack buff for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. This is super rare to see, right? Now, shame it doesn't have a little bit of a turn meter boost, but you know, like we can't really be, I guess, be that difficult or picky, but because she's only epic end of the day. But this is a very what's the right word to kind of say this? This is definitely underrated, right? This is good for defense-based nukers like Marius you can get hold of from missions, and attack-based nukers, even like champions like Sungwon, who can fit in to the team pretty nicely. So these two are very, very solid. And then she has a really strong revive as well. Attacks one enemy with 25% of the max HP and 100% turn meter, so they are guaranteed to go first as well. On a 4-turn cooldown, so it's a fairly low cooldown for a single revive. I think the lowest one is a 3 or 2 on one of the champions, which are legendaries, but as an epic, it's not too bad. Places a block damage on the ally for 2 turns as well, so they'll take their turn and then still have the block damage on, which is pretty strong. And then what I like about a kit is whenever this champion revives an ally, decreases the cooldown of one of the champion skills by 1. So she might even land the cooldown on this ability or this ability, depending on what's being used. So it's very, very good. And then she has an increased HP in all battles for 25, which is pretty standard. So very solid kit overall. And I think with going second, especially for like other areas, could be very, very useful. And I think with paired to the right champions, she could be very, very useful as well. Very interesting kit overall. I think if you're an early game player or anyone that's trying to do faction wars, I think for me, if you can't even do the fusion, try and get a copy at least. I think she's a solid champion throughout where you are. So we're in low level classic arena. This is where we want to aim for today. She's not a no platinum tier champion. I don't want to try and sell her as that because that's not what we're trying to showcase today. And she's not really going to be like a live arena champion in silver or gold because she just doesn't hit that mark in that sense. And a lot of epics don't in its current metas. However, is she usable in Go second teams for classic 3 vs 3 and Siege on lower end accounts or free to play accounts? I think she's got a spot for sure. So we're going to use free to play champions for today's video. We have a UDK, which is a very solid champion for like, against single target nukers like Rodus. Just to help this, we got a cleanser, because I feel like a cleanser with her is going to be really, really useful. So we're going to use Mephala Lifebane, who is in a PvC build, so nothing special on her. She is going to be showcasing today with a 4-piece bolster and a 4-piece stone skin, just to try and get the full utility out of both. And so potentially we can use her against Armands. We'll probably showcase her a little bit with Marius, but I know a lot of people don't have Marius. I feel like more people have a Sungwong, and I feel like with Sungwong's passive would be very, very viable. We have champions like this, like Ronda right now, who could do this ability and basically lock him out, so then we can revive and bring him back, right? So let's get into the video then, and just kind of like see why I see the utility in her, depending on people's accounts. Obviously, if you're like my level, you're probably not going to use her, which is a good one. But you can see here, Mephala Lifebane has gone out. We took some damage already from these champions. They're faster us. So we're going to cleanse. We're going to bring the increase attack ability on all allies, which is very, very strong, which means we get more damage. Are you ready for this? Let's put this on one side, because this is very satisfying watching a full team. I think the only one we shouldn't kill it is the Rody, and he's not a problem. Boom, baby. Ooh, makes you feel good when you just see the team drop like that, and UDK nearly taking out the Rodus there as well. You can see there we get some ally protection coming in, because we are using bolt work as well. So don't want to be super fast. It's only about 250 speed right now. We got other team people like Songwon here as well. So potentially like AoE Nuka could be a little bit of a problem. That's why we're going to use a cleanser, so we can go ahead and really make that work together. So we'll start off with increased defense and hex from her. Obviously, if you don't have Mephala for whatever reason, she does that role for you, and it's a straight 9-9. All right, so we're going to take a moment against this team here. We're going to try and take on this team with our champions. Very tanky build overall, so we're going to go ahead and put that up nicely. We'll bring up an increase attack. And then we do have to deal with the... I mean, that says it all. The increased attack going in there for that one shot, straight through the bolster as well. I had to tone down the build on Songwon to make sure that we wasn't too OP on this, and to try and really showcase the value here. We are doing some interesting stuff and see if we can make this work. We're going to put an increase attack again. You can see it cycles through very, very fast. Just need to get a one shot of the A1. When you're ready, let's wait for this cycle of violence to proc on Songwon. And it's Night Night from our Songwon. Okay, cool. We can see that it's very useful there. Okay, so we have to deal with a defense down. We have to deal with a... Yeah, we have to deal with defense down here. And we have to deal with a freeze and a block revive. So, I guess we come in with our other free-to-play option, which would be the Marius. Marius is a bit more tanky than Songwon against that if we lose our Stone Skin here. Nope, because they're not doing their presets, which is annoying. My Marius is a bit too fast. And it's a one-shot. Okay, cool. Next one will be Songwon. No, it's kind of a weak team. We want something a bit better. Level 63. Okay, we have a level 99 with a Songwon here. Let's drop the UDK. Let's just try and weaken this team a little bit, just to kind of make this work a bit better. So Let's go in with a 3-man versus 4-man. I mean, that does give him advantage. And we are faster, so we'll put up our shields. Bit more protection. Increase attack. We can't really do anything because of the UDK right now, so we open up the A3, which is pretty useful. We'll have to deal with this UDK this UDK once the stone's going to trips. So we might see this someone come in and do some damage, which I'm hoping we can just use that passive ability. There we are, didn't really do any damage. We'll wait for this to drop. You can see here with the cleanse, it's pretty useful. Okay, we'll do A1 there. Okay, cool. Someone takes out our someone. We'll do a cleanse. We'll do the increase attack. Still the stone skin still there. That shifts, so that's fine. Puts a decreased attack on us, which is fine. So obviously Mafala Lifebane can also do the same as A2, which is very solid. But sometimes with Mafala Lifebane, you want to do that cleanse like a lot of the times. There we go. See what else we can do. Someone's not ready yet. We'll take that out. Let's get some shields up. Increase attack. Also, it helps with the Sora ability to increase defense. It's worth noting that as well. And then we're going to take out the team. Shame not to get the Mafala there. And then we go A1 there. Dance with Petrification there. I think there's a few ways you could build up for your teams as well, to be fair. But you can see there we've done a 3-man versus a 4-man, which is very solid. I'm going to go and try and find a much stronger team now. And I'm going to come back to you with a stronger team so we can really test our strength against like all the big boy teams. Right, so I found a Taurus and Mariska Unicorn, which is a pretty solid team. It will be a team that will whack us around a little bit. We brought the UDK back in to deal with the Taurus as A2 and to kind of just help out a little bit. I'm not going to do anything with Mafar. No, let's put up the Hex, etc. We're locked out on our abilities anyway. So there's not much we can really do. Just got to wait. Obviously we brought in the UDK to deal with the stuff. You can see there we swiped the nuke from the Taurus. We'll do a Sulfur cleanse there. And now we just have to wait for our abilities to come back, which will be useful. Try not to get petrification there. Still make this work. Taurus is going to go for the reviver, which is fine. Deal that nicely. Accidentally put up the block damage, which is not ideal. We'll put the increased attack through. Okay, let's play that ability. Taurus and Rishka versus a free-to-play team. Nearly with one shot there. She'll go down anyway. UDK is taking some damage, that's fine. Do get petrification. Get locked out again, that's fine. Slow and steady wins the race. This UDK is not amazing as well. Like, it's not amazing build, my UDK. My UDK is high resistance, so it's not really built very well for this. Like, you want to be using a tanky one if you can. So we're now just waiting for this. We take some damage there from the Taurus. We'll play our hex on there. We'll play it there. We might lose the UDK, which is fine. Like if we lose the UDK, we can make this work for sure. Because then we can see the revive effect. And the revive is just, honestly, is the best bit of a kit, which we're not seeing in coming into play yet. We can finish this if we want to. I'm going to A1 because I'm waiting for that Taurus to kill the UDK, which he's going to do shortly. Just wait for him to kill us. She's a great support as well in like other areas like dungeons, Doom Tower, Cassette. Definitely a lot of utility that we could definitely add to her. Again, do that. Just wait for Taurus. Bring the increased defense. Lands. Come on. There we go. I still can't hit us. Not enough debuffs. Alright, we played our food long enough. We played with our food long enough and he can't kill us. I don't think it's the strongest of Tauruses, to be fair. But we can make it work. There we are. Can you imagine the block damage on UDK for 2 turns on a slow build? Just these two together with the how you would traditionally build a UDK, as well as bringing her in, these two together will be an absolute nightmare. Just being able to revive on a and put block damage for 2 turns where you're slow as hell and a high resistance UDK, so lockout's not going to help you there unless you can keep the revive locked out. Obviously you could build a high resistance there as well. This is going to be a fun team to go up against. We have a Leo, Taurus, and an Odin, and a Necrid, which kind of deals with us a little bit better here. Odin's not opening with the right ability, which is interesting. Then we'll come in with that ability. Leo does his stuff. He does his stuff. We survive because of the bolster, which is pretty nice. We're gonna try and kill. We take out the Necrid and Odin like so. Yeah, it's just a very solid team. Don't have to wait on that passive, baby. There we are. Someone carrying it for sure. Okay, we have a Trunde here with masteries. Let's see what we can do here. We might get stripped and defense down, which will add a bit more damage to us. Or receive a bit more damage. There goes our stone skin. There we are. She survives the Trunda, which is a level 3. There goes someone coming back up with the stuff. We're still surviving. Then we do the one shot. It's night, baby. Night. Right, so let me show you the build then, and we'll go over a couple of things. Now, if you want to see any of the rest of the builds on this account, there is a link down in the description of all my builds on my account if you want to see them, so you can kind of pair the team synergy together, which is fine. So let's go and see the build where I talk about some stuff. Okay, so why did we go with a 4-piece bolster and stone skin? I think first of all, 6-piece stone skin would be perfectly fine. I think a 4-piece bolster and stone skin together is more optimal, because for go second teams, you want to be surviving against bombs. Bolster can help with that as well, especially if you have a Mephala Lifebane in your team, which is very, very useful. We can also use Stone Skin will help us against like King Narcissus, so we don't get one shot across the team on that as well. He will kill a few others, but anyone in Stone Skin would be perfectly fine. And I think it's just an extra layer of support across the board as well for like PvC content. This style of build would be perfectly fine. I think a regeneration set as well could be good, with like an ally protection or something like that, like a Krisk or something, or another epic that can do it really, really well. So these are the masteries we went with. We went with Bolt Work to soak up some of the damage we receive. We've got Lasting Gifts for the A2, Cycle of Magic to get A2 and A3 back around faster, Law Steel for extra stats, and then some HP, etc. You can take healing as well. I'm just not using the A1 too effectively. I've gone for more like arena side, like tankiness kind of options, like Resurgent to have a chance to lose and one buff on us when we receive such damage, delayed death, and then I guess selfless defense helps like in champions like Kaimar. Wisdom of Battle is really solid against mythicals like Star Sage and anyone that can kind of lock you out and pull up loads of debuffs that can make it consistent. So this is why we wanted. You can even use a relic like one of these for extra HP or something as well. So we're going with a HP banner here. You can go HP or defense. You can go HP or defense here. And then a HP or defense ring. Along the boots, we've gone a HP. And also, we've gone for defense ascended. Now, HP ascension and would be better here because you want to stack up that HP as high as possible. And defense is fine around about 4,000, 4,500. You kind of lose the utility of getting higher because of things like ignore defense, hammer smasher as well. So yeah, definitely HP ascension on the two pieces would have been better, like this piece with HP. Now you're looking for speed as well because you want to be fast, you don't want to be super slow, or your build would just die because you're not going to take any turns and not going to get out the revive off or anything like that. Having like the one champion super slow like UDK that can just also soak up so much damage with that stone skin and the block damage is really, really fine. We can also do the speed here as well. We're looking for speed, defense, and HP along the top, mainly speed and HP along the top for sure. So the total look of these stats then, stats are coming in 100,000 HP, 5,200 speed, and then defense, and then speed of 252, which is perfectly fine. Very, very solid champion, probably our about probably top 5, top 10 epic now in Raidshadowlegends for P versus E content. For P versus P, I think she's up there and can do some work for sure with the right gear. And again, anyone that's low spender, free to play, or like anyone that's coming into the game as mid-game player or anything like that, there's definitely other utilities that you can do with like faction wars, etc. She's probably the best reviver in her faction now for sure. There's 3 revivers from my rev, so you guys can take a pick of that. I guess that's it from me today. Again, as usual, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate you guys watching to the end. I'll be dropping another daily upload tomorrow, so I see everyone then. Till then, take care. Peace.